This is the Randi Rhodes Show. To speak with Randi, dial 561-270-3844. That's 561-270-3844.
Oh, my God. I don't know why people, believe the lies that they are told on the TV, but they do. They absolutely do. They ingest them, they imbibe them, and they hang on to them because if they knew the truth, it wouldn't be able to exist in their heads with their opinion of Donald Trump's economic prowess or Donald Trump's desire to keep us alive in fossil fuels or whatever it is he was driving at. I don't even know where he was coming from. I really honestly do not know. However, I did do what I said I would do because I am a woman of my word. You asked me to Google Joe Biden's inaugural address to see that he promised something about getting us off of or out of fossil fuels. Well, I did, and guess what? The word fossil is not in the inaugural. The word fuel is nowhere in the inaugural. The idea that there was any mention at all about electric vehicles, the word vehicle is not in there. You know what was in there over and over? Unity. That's what was in there over and over and over. He said the most elusive of things in a democracy is what we need. Unity, unity, unity.
See, this is the difference between a Greg in North Carolina who knows he's being disingenuous and a Jim who has been caught in the echo chamber. And when he steps out of it for 5 seconds and hears what you're saying, it is causing the cognitive dissonance. And he simply cannot believe that you don't know.
No, I understand that he can't believe. But why does everybody like him downshift into you're a liar? What is that about?
You have to be lying.
Yes, but how do you have a conversation with somebody when you're literally starting from the point where you denigrate their integrity as an opening? Do you know what I mean? Like your opening is you're a liar. How do you expect it to go from there? Do you think it's going to go well? Do you think somebody's going to learn something from you or from me? Do you really think that anybody's going to say, oh, this is going to be valuable? The pearls that are going to come from this man's lips are going to be life-changing and enriching. Are you kidding me? You can't start from that and expect it to go anywhere good.
It's like when I told you I got that argument recently with a Trumper. He said a lie that has been debunked and about the voting in the last election. And I said, well, that's been debunked and we can check that out. He said, oh, okay, then everything you're about to say has been debunked.
Right, and you hadn't said anything.
I hadn't said a word yet.
Right, you hadn't said anything.
I had listened at that point.
See, that's the thing. That's where everybody starts when they hear the truth. It freaks them out. It upends everything that they are being told on, channels that are poison, literally peddling poison and dehumanization and subhuman people share this country with you. I mean, if that's what your news media is inferring or insinuating or flat out telling you, that you share this country with subhumans, turn it off, baby, because it is poison. That is just absolute poison. Straight to the vein. It's so bad. And this is the thing. Tim Walz is the antidote. He is your weird uncle that went crazy because his brain got poisoned by Newsmax and Fox News and One News Nation. Tim Walz is the actual antidote. It's what I'm saying all day, right? He's the sunlight that you get inside the body that kills the hate virus. That's what Tim Walz's pick was about. She found the most decent, educated teacher who would know what bullying looks like, sounds like, and how to stop it. Because he's been a teacher for 40 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She picked the exact right guy to be the antidote to the darkness. The guy that brings the sunshine. Every day, all day. To help deprogram your crazy Uncle Jim in Michigan. From believing that there's some mandate that they're going to come in. What? How does this work, though, Jim? Do they come and get your car or truck? Do they come and take it from you? from your cold, dead hands, I suspect. But do they come and take it? Are there going to be like, I don't know, state repo men that come and steal, hook up to your car and drive away with it and replace it with a brand new shiny electric vehicle? Is that how it happens in your head? Because there's no mandate. Just like there is no mandate to take a vaccine in this country. No mandate. But this is just a bunch of crap that you've been told repeatedly, and if you tell it over and over again, I guess it becomes your reality. But here's the facts, though. Okay, here they are, and you should Google me. You should Google the facts, okay? Because I did the solid I said I would do for you. And trust me, you can do it too. You can look up Biden's inaugural instead of calling me and telling me to do it. And I will find fossil fuel, getting rid of fossil fuels in that address. Why didn't you do it before you embarrassed yourself? Why didn't you do that? I did it. It's not in there. But here's what you can Google. Google the unemployment rate when Trump came into office. The economy that Obama handed to Donald Trump. Now, you got to remember, Obama inherited George W. Bush's crashed economy. Unemployment in this country when Obama took the oath of office was 10%, more or less. Okay, it was over 10%. I don't know what the point was. It was either 10.6 or 7. Okay, but the unemployment rate was 10 when Obama came in. When Obama left, the unemployment rate was 4.7. 4.7. That is what he handed to Donald Trump. He handed Donald Trump an expanding economy, a growing economy, fewer people without health insurance economy, an economy where home prices were stabilizing, where people could afford to buy a house, where GDP growth was about 2.6% year after year through the Obama years, okay? Wages had gone up on average $5,000 per person, $5,000. Under Donald Trump, wages went up $1,400. Obama clearly did a better job ripping us out of the jaws of defeat that W left us in. Trump did the same damn thing. When Trump left, he inherited an unemployment rate of 4.7. When Trump left, the unemployment rate was 6.4. You know what it is today? 3.5. GDP under Obama, what'd I say? 2.6. It was the same year over year for Donald Trump. Same thing, 2.6. It was Obama's economy. That's what Trump had. Under Trump, home prices went up almost 30%, though. Yeah, home prices went up 30%. The trade deficit, remember how hyper he was about, these bad trade deals. The trade deficit went up 36% on Donald Trump's watch. 36%. And you know why things started to get more expensive? Because you were paying for the tariffs on home prices, for steel, for rebar, and all that crap, okay? The debt, American debt, was $14 trillion when Obama left. When Trump left, it was $21.6 trillion. $21.6 trillion. The murder rate when Donald Trump left was the highest it had been since 1997. It's now down by 26%. Trump's economy lost almost 3 million jobs total at the end. I mean, there was one point where we had 20 million people just totally unemployed because he froze in the face of COVID. And he just thought it was a reflection of him and the job he was doing, so he denied it was happening and said, slow down the testing, slow it down. That's why we have so many cases. If you live in Appalachia, I just want you to know, under Donald Trump, coal production declined 26.5%, and all the coal jobs that were left, and there were very few, declined by 25%. 3 million Americans lost their health insurance coverage. And again, under Obama, income grew $5,000 per person. Under Trump, it grew $1,400. So who had the better economy? And who has the better economy? Now, if the cost to produce things like food has gone way down, and it has, but the prices of food haven't gone down, why are you blaming the President of the United States instead of the conglomerates that own food production in this country? or the grocery stores that are gouging you. And wouldn't you want a candidate who knows how to do an anti-gouging piece of legislation? A windfall profits tax, which would de-incentivize gouging? Wouldn't you want somebody who's a trust buster, who has fought and won anti-fraud cases? I say you would. I think you'll be so happy. Just let us choose. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.